art castle. So let's give a hand for Salty Cricket and enjoy this piece. All right, let's give a hand, one more hand to the Salty Cricket. All right. Well, I'm so excited for today. Thank you everyone for coming. So on behalf of the Utah Arts Alliance Board, staff, artists, and volunteers, I'd like to welcome you to today's press conference to announce the new Art Castle project. Yay! My name is Derek Dyer. I'm the Executive Director of the Utah Arts Alliance, and we're so excited to launch the project today. So what is the Art Castle project? It involves a lot of different components. So historical preservation is an important part of it. Preserving and restoring and protecting this beautiful building for future generations is a big part of the project. We're going to create a creative industries incubator here, a performing arts center, an immersive art attraction, as well as a public sculpture garden outside and an outdoor stage. So the Art Castle project by the Utah Arts Alliance, we're hoping to acquire, preserve, and renovate this historic 121-year-old building, commonly known as the 15th Ward Chapel. And our intentions here is to create a community gathering space, an arts and creative industries incubator, an immersive art attraction, and that will be a regional draw for anyone that would like to experience and participate in new emerging art forms. The Art Castle project will be an incredible economic development driver for this part of town. It'll be a regional tourism draw in one of the most underserved areas of the state. A little bit about Utah Arts Alliance for those who might not be as familiar about our organization. We were founded in 2003 with a mission of fostering the arts in all forms in order to create an aware, empowered, and connected community. Right now, the Utah Arts Alliance serves over 250,000 individuals in person and over 1 million individuals via our online televised and radio programming annually. The UAA is the top independent cultural facilities administrator in the state of Utah with 7 cultural facilities that include Counterpoint Studios, Alliance Theater at Trolley Square, the SLC Arts Hub, just a couple blocks from here, Dreamscapes and the Urban Arts Gallery, as well as the Cube Makerspace, the Art Garden, and now the Art Castle. The Utah Arts Alliance also presents 3 major festivals, including the Urban Arts Festival, Illuminate, which is Utah's Light Art and Creative Technology Festival, and Mural Fest in collaboration with South Salt Lake City Arts Council. We also administer many programs and media outlets in a variety of artistic fields, including our community radio station, 99.9 FM, KUAA, which is a multicultural, multilingual radio station. A little bit about this building. So this historic 15th Ward Chapel was built in 1900. It was previously used as the 15th Ward Meeting House for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The Cultural Hall Edition, which is this other part of the building over here, was added in 1931. And the church, they stopped using it as a church in the late 1960s. And for the past 40 years, it's been used as sort of a world-famous recording studio. A lot of local people may have not known about this recording studio, but it's been used to record music for thousands of movies, really. There's music from a lot of Disney, Lion King, Toy Story, Jurassic Park, Wonder Woman, all different sorts of film music has been created in this space. And it's also hosted a lot of thousands of artists, including Dolly Parton, B.B. King, Elton John, Eminem, just to name a few, have all recorded in this facility. So this is an important space for many reasons, architecturally, historically, within our community, but also this space has contributed to the culture worldwide. There are songs, music that have touched the entire world that were created in this space. It's important that we save it, that we preserve it, that we continue using it to create art and connect that art to the community here. So right now, basically our plans for the building are to first and foremost create a much needed community gathering space utilizing this historical chapel building for presenting performances, concerts, film screenings, and pretty much anything you can think of that would happen at a performing arts center. We're going to create a creative industries incubator. This is something we already do at the SLC Arts Hub, and we'll be adding a lot more programming here further on the west side here. And basically that'll help to create new creative businesses, provide space for artists, organizations, and creative groups as they grow their reach in the community. And will be a vital resource for many new growing artistic businesses, and especially those here on our city's west side. Our plans are also to create an immersive art attraction. Many people are probably familiar with our Dreamscapes location at the Gateway. And so the Art Castle will include a similar type of facility here. And that will be an incredible thing for the state. We're so happy that we'll own the building and we'll be able to build some more high-scale and permanent installations as part of this project. It'll also involve a community center aspect. I want everyone in the city, and especially everyone on the west side, to know that this is your place. This is a place for you. This is not a place for a small group of artistic people that you might never enter this building and know what's going on. This is your home. So come and participate here. This is for the community. We're also going to be adding a sculpture garden out front. That'll be free and open to the public. People can enjoy that anytime. And then also a outdoor stage. And so basically we are at this point, so we've been working on acquiring a permanent facility in Salt Lake City for some time. We're so excited to finally be at this point. So with that, we are also launching our capital campaign today. So of course, buying a historical building like this and renovating it, preserving it, and building what we want to build here is going to be kind of expensive. And so today we're launching our capital campaign. I am excited to announce that we've already raised $1 million of the $4 million project. I'm kind of warm. So, so we're so excited about that. So this project, we literally got the keys 4 months ago, and here we are launching this project, and we have a great head start so far. If people would like to contribute, they can go to our website, utaharts.org, also our GoFundMe page, which we're putting all over the place, probably easy to find. You can also find that on our website, utaharts.org. We're reaching out to foundations and any philanthropic-minded folks that would like to make large contributions. They can reach out to me at derek@utaharts.org and learn about the benefits and the different perks that we have for supporting this project on a higher level. So with that, we look forward to continuing our mission of fostering the arts in all forms and serving our community through the Art Castle for years to come. We have several prestigious guest speakers today, so we're going to bring them out one at a time. First I would like to send Senator Luz Escamilla's regrets that she will not be able to attend today. She has been a great supporter of ours and a great advocate here on the west side for arts and culture and the community overall. So she's under the weather today, so unfortunately she won't be able to be here. So, but with that, we'll go ahead and introduce our first speaker, Dave Ammett with Preservation Utah. Let's welcome Dave.
Thank you, Derek. I guess I can float through. And I can also exchange my mask for my glasses for a few seconds. You can't have both.
Can you get in the night?
Oh, here.
Yeah.
So I
Thank you.
There we are. I'm extremely happy today. Not only are we celebrating a fantastic preservation success, although we haven't reached the end, I would declare it already to be a success. But it's also a rainy day, and we're in a castle. And to me, castles and rainy days go hand in hand. And it's an art castle, so the cherries on top keep piling up. As Derek said, my name is David Ammett. I'm Executive Director of Preservation Utah. Just to introduce my organization, we were founded 55 years ago by then Governor Calvin Rampton and his wife, First Lady Lucy Beth Rampton. And in the inaugural speech for Preservation Utah to launch this organization back in 1966, First Lady Lucy Beth Rampton said that Preservation Utah's job was to exchange hand-wringing for organized effort when it came to historic preservation efforts throughout the state of Utah. And to me, this is a great description of what we're doing here today. This building was, as recently as last summer, threatened with demolition. There was a lot of hand-wringing about that. And we are already to the point where we could say it was saved. Hence my declaration that this is a successful project. And it's so appropriate that this building be saved for this neighborhood, for this city, because this building really has the heartbeat of this neighborhood and this city in its very structure. Back in 1904, when these buildings were constructed by local congregations of the LDS Church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the local members in the neighborhood had to pay for every brick and window pane that went into this project. And of course, a lot of these communities couldn't afford to buy this material, so they had to make it. A lot of this material came, that is in the bones of this building, came from this very neighborhood itself. And the stamp of neighborhood workers and craftspeople and people who are investing in their community is in every single panel, and every single door, and every single floorboard of this structure. And how appropriate that the investment that those previous generations made in this building would pay off in so many dividends. This building, even when it was new, was not just a center of faith here in the neighborhood, but also was a center of art and culture. They had theater here all the time. They had movies. They had a killer basketball team, is what I read about last night, and also pugilistic battles in the gymnasium. And it was a center of life here in this west side corner of Salt Lake. And of course, it continued to be the center of art and culture, even when it transformed into a recording studio. And appropriately, it will live yet another version of itself in this new incarnation as an art castle. And I hate to sound like the mother or father of the Cultural Arts Alliance, but I am super proud of you. And I can't wait to partner. With all of you to bring this ship fully into port and see it restored to the vision that Derek and his team has so carefully laid out. And so again, thank you for your efforts. Thank you all the community members who have lent a hand in this project, and can't wait to see it further down the road. And we'll be partnering in that.
All right, thank you so much, Dave. We're so excited to work with the preservation community on this project. Not only Preservation Utah, but we have a lot of great partners and supporters that are coming out excited to support this project, so thank you for that. Next we have Andrew Johnston from the Salt Lake City Council here in District 2. So welcome, Andrew.
See this word? Yeah, there we go. Thanks for everyone for coming out to the west side. Welcome. If you haven't been here before, I'll tell you a little bit about the neighborhood and why this matters so much here. For a lot of folks who live on the west side, the train tracks and the freeway kind of divide us, literally and figuratively in many ways. And so when we think about this building being built in 1900 and added on to in the 30s, it was a cultural centerpiece, as David said. And when we look at the progress that we made in the 50s and 60s by building the interstate, U.S. interstate system, if you walk outside, you'll literally see I-80 less than a block and I-15 less than a block. This was ground zero for slicing through these neighborhoods at that time, for progress for the state, and yet it had a huge impact over here. And it's not too surprising that come the late 60s, this building was not used anymore for that purpose. And so for residents here who have been a long time, this has grown. As a neighborhood, this has changed dramatically multiple times. From years and years ago when it was, pioneers on the western front of the city, essentially, and 9th West or 8th West at the time, you'll see the median 8th, was sort of city plan, right? Big street, big green median, the trees you'll see throughout the city, and then you hit 9th and it sort of ended, right? That was the end of the city in some ways. And so there's a lot of farms over here, and this is a cultural piece, like I said, again, for the neighborhood, because there wasn't much else over here other than farms and a few homes. And as we grew and got sort of enveloped in the city in some ways, this got forgotten. A great organization came in and used it for 40 plus years, but nobody else used this place. You'd come by here. When I first moved to the neighborhood, I'd walk by, And I thought, what an amazing building, and I had no idea what was happening there because it always looked the same. It was always closed and quiet, for good reason now, I know. But nobody was here, it wasn't active in any way. And these days, as you look through our neighborhood, it's the most diverse in the city, in many, many ways. If you look at North Temple, 2 blocks to our north, and the redevelopment happening there, starting with the tracks line years ago, and you'll see some large buildings coming in even now. It is transforming in a very different way than we've ever seen over here before. And with that means that we have to retain pieces of our neighborhood that have historical significance. That the fabric of the neighborhood's got to involve multiple epochs and generations. You have to remember those things. It brings interest to the city, number one, because as much as I love new folks moving in and business and opportunities for residents, we'll see a lot of glass in 5 to 6 story buildings, right up against the street. It's an urban environment. We need things like this to balance that in the neighborhood. As you walk through, it's interesting, it draws you in. As we think about the possibility of a sculpture garden outside, it's engaging with the sidewalk and folks who are around here. It's so important to our neighborhood to have the Utah Arts Alliance step up. We've looked at this building for a number of years, and bless the folks who bought it originally and tried to market it, but one of the marketing materials literally had a parking lot on this entire block. I'll say for $3 million. It's an expensive piece of property. And so to see what they've done, to see what Derek has spearheaded here is really heartening to a lot of us living over here. It gives us hope that we can have growth in very positive ways and still retain places for our neighbors. Cultural places that we can celebrate one another and be together across generations, across many different lines of our neighborhood. So as a city representative, I give my support, I do everything I can to help. It matters to us that you're here. So thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much, Andrew. We look forward to working with the city on this project. It's like I've been saying, it's going to take the whole village to pull this off, so the city is an important part of that, and we appreciate the support. Our next speaker is Representative Sandra Holland from the Utah House of Representatives. Representative Holland represents this area, and she is amazing and has been probably our biggest supporter of this project so far. So thank you so much. Let's welcome Representative Holland.
Good morning. How's everyone this morning, this rainy morning? Good. I am so excited about this project. So last year, Derek contacted me on behalf of the Utah Arts Alliance and started telling me about this project and what they wanted to do and what their vision was for this building on the west side. And the more I listened to it, the more excited I became because it felt, his vision was in line with my vision and what I have been hearing from my constituents on the west side. They wanted somewhere where the community can gather under one roof and enjoy each other's company, have conversation, and enjoy the arts. So it fit into that. It was a place where it was supporting economic development on the west side, which was a wonderful thing. And so it fit in with what the vision was. So this past session, I put in a request for funding for this facility. I met with Senator Escamilla and I met with Representative Romero, and we talked about this and how we were this was going to be one of our top priorities and we were going to push for this. When they first started asking me, well, how much you want, I initially said, I want $4 million. I feel that if I'm going to ask for everything. And so that's what I asked, when they asked me that. Of course, everything, you have to negotiate. And so we were able to negotiate. It was touch and go there. Derek contacted me a couple of times. We're like, where are we with this? I don't see anything. I was like, just be patient. We're working behind the scenes. So in the end of the day, we were able to secure $412,000 for this facility. which is awesome. So, congratulations. I am excited to see how this building is going to look and the impact that it's going to have on our community. And please let me know if there's anything else that I can do to support you and everything that you're doing on the West Side. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Yes, I mean, that is a great vote of confidence to receive that level of funding from the state. And even, you know, as I've been talking to a lot of foundations and other government agencies, a lot of them said, let's wait and see what the state does. And so that really got the ball rolling, and we're excited to keep moving forward on that. So thank you so much. That's definitely going to help put us over the top here. Our last speaker is Paula Webster. She's Utah Arts Alliance Spanish language. She does a lot of things with the organization, but it's important to us to be inclusive. And especially this area, we have a lot of Spanish language individuals, and so and as part of our IDEA efforts with Utah Arts Alliance, we want to make sure we're providing all of our materials in Spanish language translation as well. So let's welcome Paula to do Spanish language.
Buenos días. En nombre del Utah Arts Alliance, agradecemos su presencia aquí hoy en esta conferencia de prensa para anunciar el nuevo proyecto The Arts Castle. Este proyecto incluye la preservación histórica del edificio y la creación de un nuevo centro comunitario de artes. Traerá turismo adicional y más crecimiento económico a los vecindarios del área oeste de Salt Lake. La Utah Arts Alliance fue fundada en 2003 y tiene la misión de fomentar las artes en todas sus formas para crear una comunidad más consciente, empoderada y conectada. Esta capilla histórica fue construida en los 1900 y en los últimos 40 años se ha utilizado como un estudio de grabaciones de LA East Studios, que produjo música y bandas sonoras de películas como El Rey León de Disney y la música de Elton John. La Utah Arts Alliance continuará utilizando el edificio como un espacio de encuentro comunitario para presentar actuaciones, conciertos, proyecciones de película, presentaciones y más. Estamos comprometidos a crear oportunidades para que los artistas tengan éxito en Salt Lake City y para facilitar experiencias significativas para el público. Deseamos servir a nuestra comunidad de la mejor manera a través del Art Castle durante muchos años más. Gracias a nuestros oradores y gracias a nuestro director ejecutivo, Derek Dyer, of the Utah Arts Alliance. Mi nombre es Paula y como su asociada de marketing en español, les agradezco que están aquí hoy con nosotros y les invitamos a recorrer The Art Castle enseguida. Muchísimas gracias.
All right, thank you so much, Paula. So with that, we just want to thank everyone for coming out. We are going to do tours now. First, we have one more number from Salty Cricket. After that, we'll be giving tours. We want to start with the media tour so we can get you through and get you on with your day. And then everyone else that's interested, please hang around for a little bit, and we'll start the second tour after we get the media through. So thanks everyone for coming out, and let's welcome Salty Cricket back to the... Oh, we need a password. Oh, never mind. Okay. All right, let's give it up for Salty Cricket. Thank you everyone for coming. Okay, so Jonathan is our venue manager, and he will be helping to give tours, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then if you would like any interviews, we'll be sticking around for a while, so happy to do that. Please, please enjoy yourself, and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.